What's good, y'all? Akil here, back with another video, and today we are going to hit up Ross to see if I can find any good sneakers to flip. I might hit the clothing section as well, because I know sometimes you can find some really good clothing in there, and I'm not selling as much clothing as I used to, but if it's brand new with tags and it sells for some decent profit, I would definitely add it to the inventory. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, y'all, so we are in the clothing section, and there were a ton of these like Sherpa line sweatpants, and these are all really dope. The problem is that these aren't really selling for much money right now, because of course it's summertime and not a ton of people are looking for like Sherpa line sweatpants. As you guys know, these will be super warm, so I might have to wait until these hit the clearance section, because I'm pretty sure they will, considering the fact that I'm in Arizona and it's going to be hot for a very long time. So I'm just going to wait on those until they hit the clearance rack. I've seen some other Nike pants in here, and those are dope as well, but just in terms of resale, they were probably selling for closer to 30 to 40 bucks, so not enough wiggle room in there for me to make some decent profit. And here was some Adidas Tero track pants. These track pants also, if it was a better colorway, I might have grabbed those up, because I know those sell really well. But after that, I just had to leave the clothing section because it wasn't much in there. Now we are in the shoe section, and it's not a ton of shoes in this location. I might have to head over to another one, but the first shoe I picked up was a pair of these Alpha Bounce. I believe these are Alpha Bounce Instinct, and they were looking worn on the bottom, so I'm definitely not going to be scooping these up. But as you guys can see on the tag, they even misspelled the word Instinct, so I'm pretty sure that's some B grades, so I'm not going to take any chances on those. They were only 22 bucks, but I'm not going to take a chance trying to flip those. Now I'm in a different Ross now, and we're going to see if we can find anything better, because that Ross was really dead. Now first thing I came across was a pair of these Converses. I believe these are the Converse 70s high or something like that. I just know these are like better quality Converses, and these usually do sell for some good profit. The downside to this is that it's a size 14, so I might still take a chance on these, because size 14s, it's not the best size to sell, but it's not like it's a size 18 or 21 where it's going to be virtually impossible. So I'm just going to take a chance on those in a size 14. Next up, I thought these were actually a pair of Cole Haans because of the front, but these are actually some Under Armour golf shoes. And as you guys know, golf shoes are selling like crazy right now. So I definitely just wanted to take a closer look at these, and I believe these are called the Under Armour Tour Tips. So I'm definitely going to take a chance on those and see how those sell. Now this was a nice surprise. I actually really wanted these when these first came out. These are the Adidas CS2s, and I really wanted these in this same colorway, but I just never got around to picking them up. And at this point, they were in outlets all over the place in TJ Maxx, and for 50 bucks they were just not worth it to me. I was seeing comps closer to $60 to $70, so definitely not worth it. Next up, we've seen another pair of these Alpha Bounce. I believe these are the Alpha Bounce Beyonds, and I actually saw another pair of these in Burlington for half the price. So even though these aren't necessarily a top seller, if you can get it for a decent price, I would definitely say take a chance on them. I believe they were asking 40 bucks for this particular pair, so 40 bucks was just a little too much for me, so I had to pass on those. Next up, I came across a pair of these Adidas Nemesis soccer cleats. Now, soccer cleats is definitely not my wheelhouse. I don't sell a ton of these, but this bright pink colorway definitely stood out to me, so I just had to check the comps on these, and the comps were looking decent. I was seeing some sell for about 50 to 60 bucks, but just definitely not worth it, at least not right now. I think it's not enough profit for me to take a chance on those, so I passed on those. Next up, we got a pair of these Cole Haan Lunagrands, and Lunagrands are really dope in my opinion. They don't sell for as much as they used to. The Zero Grand still sell a little better, but overall that Cole Haan brand just doesn't sell for as much as they used to. That's probably why they're in Ross right now anyway. Next up, I came across a pair of these Lebron Soldiers. I believe these are the Lebron 12s, the Lebron Soldier 12. Now you guys can see that somebody wrote the price tag on the bottom of that, and just by looking at that ink, even if you use Goo Gone and rubbing alcohol, that price is probably not gonna come out. So that's the main reason why I didn't pick these up, because for 40 bucks that was a really good deal, but with that marker, with that ink on the bottom, I knew that was going to be virtually impossible to get off. Now this was a nice find. I actually really do like these Adidas Pure Boosts. I've been selling a ton of these, but I usually anytime I do pick these up, they're usually brand new in box, and they're definitely not 50 bucks. I try to spend maybe 20 to 25 bucks in terms of picking up Adidas Pure Boost for resale. Still a dope shoe, really nice colorway, but 50 bucks are just a little too much money for these, especially since they don't even have the box. So for the personal collection, really dope pickup, but to resell, I wouldn't take a chance on it. Next up, we saw this pair of Cons. I believe these are the ERX 260s. Now, this shoe definitely brings back a ton of memories, because I remember when I first got into flipping shoes from Ross, I believe it was a red and white colorway that I seen in these. And at first, the comps were kind of strong, and then they plunged immediately. So ever since then, I've been scarred. So I'm not even going to take any chances on those anymore. And here I found a pair of these Adidas Nike Boosts in this triple black colorway, and this was really dope. These actually, I think these shoes run kind of big, so I might have to scoop these up for the personal collection. I really do like any boost that has that black boost, because boost, as you know, usually gets yellow really quickly. So if you can find some triple black boosts, it'll last a lot longer. So for 50 bucks, I think this is a really good pickup for the personal, but to try to resell those, you won't be making a ton of money at all. Now this was definitely insane, because I just walked past this same aisle and these shoes were not here, so I'm guessing somebody just put these down. But this is easily the find of the day. For only 65 bucks, we got a pair of these VAPORMAX, and unfortunately they're not in my size. These are actually in a size 9.5, but as you guys know, when it comes to VAPORMAX, in just about any colorway, anytime I can find it in Ross, I usually will always grab them up. Now this was something different for me. I usually never see this brand in Ross. This is actually Greats. I believe this brand is the founders of this brand are actually from Brooklyn. That's how I'm familiar with this company, and I actually really did want a pair of these shoes at one point, but they were asking a little too much money when they first debuted. So to see these in Ross now for only $28 is insane. So if I see another pair one day in my size, I might just scoop them up, just because, you know, they're from New York and from my hometown, so I might have to support. But outside of that, they wasn't really selling for much money on eBay, close to like 40 to 50 bucks. So I definitely wasn't gonna try to resell these, but just drop a comment if you guys are familiar with this brand, because this brand used to have a lot of hype behind it. Now this was definitely a really dope find. I guess they just put this down here as well. 3 pairs of these Adidas Ultra Boost Uncaged, all size 12, and I'm definitely just going to be scooping all 3 of these up. I know there's probably going to be a ton of these listed on eBay, but I'm going to still grab them up anyway. Now this is my first time finding any pairs like these in Ross. Now drop a comment if you guys would have picked these up to resell, or maybe just for the personal collection. They were 65 bucks, and I believe they were in a size 9, and I checked the comps, and the comps definitely weren't strong enough for me to want to take a chance on these. But drop a comment and let me know your guys' thoughts. Alright, so we are back in the crib, and I grabbed up all 3 of those Ultra Boost Uncaged in Ross. They were all size 12, and they were 50 bucks a piece, and I'm seeing a ton of these listed right now on eBay, so I'm just gonna wait until the right buyer comes along, and basically just wait until everybody else sells out on their pairs, because for me there's no real rush to let these go. Ultra Boost Uncaged should be selling for at least 110. I've seen some sell for a little more, but at the same time I've been seeing people sell these for as low as like 80 bucks, and you're barely making any profit selling it for that cheap. So like I said, I'm just gonna wait until everybody else's inventory sells out, because I have no real rush to let these go. I actually experimented with a similar pair of Ultra Boosts. I remember when the Ultra Boost in the Parley colorway was in every Ross. They were flooded, and I picked up a ton of those. I picked up maybe 9 or 10 pairs of those, and they all sold out for my asking price. So I just had to wait a little longer until everybody else is sold out. So like I said, when it comes to finding stuff in Ross, a ton of people are going to be finding the same shoes, same sizes, oftentimes same colorway, but you really just got to be patient, because most people, when they're trying to flip stuff, they usually don't have any patience, and they're just trying to break even as fast as possible. So for me, like I said, patience is usually the key. This is something I wasn't able to grab on camera for you guys. I actually picked these up from Burlington. Now they also had these in Ross for I believe 40 bucks as well, and I put it on camera, but I actually picked these up from Burlington. These are actually in a size 11.5, and the Burlington in my area, everything is still 50% off. So as you guys can see, they put on the tag 40 bucks, but I was able to get them for the 50% off discount. So I only spent 21 bucks on these, so this was a really good deal, and they're selling for just about 60, sometimes 70 bucks. So I'm just gonna price mine somewhere around there and wait until they sell. And I'm not expecting a ton of profit on these. I'll simply just double up my money. But for me, anytime I can double up my money, that's always a good thing. So I'm just gonna might have to be a little patient because I've seen a ton of these listed as well. But like I said, I'll just wait until the right buyer comes along with those. Next up, I found another pair of these football cleats. I believe these are the FlyKnit Untouchable 3s, and these are in a really dope colorway. If you guys follow the channel, you guys know I just sold a white and black pair of these for 75 bucks, and I purchased these for $20 as well from Ross. I wasn't able to grab these on camera, this was a different day, but these were a really good pickup. So I priced these a little higher just because the colorway on this is a little nicer. I think I priced these for 85 bucks. So we'll see how these sell. I think these are in a size 12, so not the best size, but it definitely should sell in a decent amount of time, especially since a lot of outdoor sports are starting to get picked back up. So I'll keep you guys updated and let you guys know how much these eventually do sell for. And last but certainly not least, this was definitely the find of the day. We got a pair of these VAPORMAX FLYKNIT 2s in that safari colorway. This is absolute fire to me. I really do love these VAPORMAX. Anytime I find VAPORMAX in Ross, it's usually never my size. These are a size 9.5, so this is definitely the money shoe size. On StockX and GOAT, these are usually priced the highest in terms of comps, so it definitely does apply on eBay as well. If you can find a size 9.5 in a really dope shoe, you can usually sell it for a little more money. So this one in particular, I'm gonna list this for about 150 to maybe 160 and wait until that one sells. I've been seeing them brand new in box sell for like 175, so since I don't have the box, I'm just gonna be a little more conservative with my pricing. But this was definitely a super dope find. If this was actually in my size, a size 11, because VAPORMAX run a little small for me, so I got a size up. If I found my size, I definitely wouldn't have sold these, but it is what it is. These are going to be going up for sale, and like I said, definitely the find of the day for only 65 bucks. Alright y'all, that's all I got for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit the like button. It definitely helps the channel grow. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
For the winner, cause you felt like you was losing, only for the winner. Move just to keep from cooling, like only for the winner, only for the winner, only for the winner. Boy, my heart is cold, and I'm too cool to sweat it. I should've never offered it. I'm tight and now I'm off this shit.